There's something powerful about a world that feels ancient, not because it tells you it's old, but because it shows you the rust on the swords, the broken hymns, the echoes of wars long forgotten, tales of old. Dominus wants to capture that magic. It wants to be the next great dark fantasy RPG, a world of gods and ruin, of myth and madness, and in many ways, it succeeds. But in just as many, it falters. This is a story of ambition, beautiful, frustrating, and hauntingly human. Set in the dying realm of Elarion, Dominus casts you as a revenant, a resurrected warlord marked by divine power and cursed memory. You awaken to a world you no longer recognize, where kingdoms crumble, faith dies, and the gods themselves are silent. The story is told through fragments, conversations, carvings, and letters scattered across the land. There's no big exposition dump, no clear villain. Instead, you're piecing together the fall of an entire civilization, one ghostly echo at a time. It is elegant in its restraint, but also inconsistent. At times, the writing feels profound, poetic even. At others, it feels overwritten, like the developers are trying too hard to sound deep. It reminded me a bit of Dark Souls' mystery and The Witcher 2's political intrigue, but without the pacing of either. Let's be honest, the combat is what makes or breaks a game like this. And in Tales of Old Dominus, it's complicated. Combat is weighty. Every swing matters. You feel the heft of your sword, the exhaustion of dodging, the terror of mistiming a parry. It's slower than most action RPGs, somewhere between Dark Souls 3 and Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's satisfying when it works. The impact animations are brutal, the sound design crisp, and enemy variety surprisingly strong. Knights, wraiths, beasts, even corrupted angels. But it's also clunky. Inputs feel a fraction too heavy. Animation cancels are inconsistent, and the lock-on camera occasionally loses its mind mid-fight. It's a system full of great ideas that sometimes collapse under their own weight. Now, here's where Dominus genuinely shines, the magic system. Instead of preset spells, you build them. You collect elemental runes like flame, ash, blood, and echo, and combine them to craft your own incantations. You can summon flame that drains health to grow stronger, or shadow magic that chains enemies together. It's creative, rewarding, and feels personal, but it's also underexplained. The rune crafting interface is confusing at first, and tutorials are vague. I spent hours experimenting before realizing I'd been missing entire spell combinations. When it clicks though, it's magical. Exploration in Tales of Old Dominus is easily its strongest pillar. The world of Elarion feels like a museum of forgotten gods. Every ruin tells a story, every path hides something ancient. There's no hand-holding, no mini-map, just you, a compass, and your curiosity. And that's refreshing. It trusts the player to explore, to get lost, to find meaning rather than be given it. But the problem, there's not enough reward for that curiosity. Many side areas look beautiful, but lack payoff. No hidden lore, no unique encounters, sometimes just an empty chest. It's the difference between atmospheric and meaningful, and Dominus often falls just short of the latter. Storytelling in Dominus is ambitious. NPCs speak in riddles. Dialogue trees twist unpredictably, and choices often feel morally grey. But it's hit or miss. When the writing works, like the story of Sarah, a priestess who defies her god to save a cursed child, it's breathtaking. But other moments fall flat, either due to stiff delivery or pacing that drags. Some quest lines end abruptly, others loop back confusingly, leaving emotional payoffs dangling. It's not that the story is bad, it's that it's uneven, moments of brilliance surrounded by long stretches of quiet that don't always justify the silence. Still, there's something admirable in how Tales of Old refuses to spoon-feed you. It respects your intelligence even when it risks losing your attention. Now, visually, the game is stunning not because of cutting-edge tech, but because of art direction. The color palette shifts from muted greys to golden sunsets. The architecture feels handcrafted, cathedrals half swallowed by vines, statues eroded by centuries of rain. The soundtrack deserves a special mention. Composer Lyra Varnon of Ashenvale Chronicles delivers a haunting mix of choir and cello. The theme, Ashen Crown, is easily one of the best fantasy tracks I've heard this year. Performance, though, is rough. Frame drops are common, and even high-end PCs see stutters in heavy particle areas. The day one patch fixed some of it, but not enough. Nothing kills immersion faster than a boss fight, running at 22 FPS. Tales of Old Dominus is one of those games I wanted to love completely. It has the heart of a classic, the lore, the vision, the soul, but it's trapped in a body that doesn't always move the way it should. Its combat is satisfying but inconsistent. Its storytelling is beautiful but uneven. Its world is vast but occasionally hollow. And yet, despite all of that, I couldn't stop playing. Because beneath the bugs and awkward pacing lies something authentic. A vision of fantasy that feels ancient and melancholy. A world built on regret, faith, and the remnants of gods long gone. Tales of Old Dominus isn't a masterpiece, it's a flawed gem, ambitious, emotional, and often frustrating. But when it works, it really works. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. A beautiful broken dream worth experiencing if you have the patience to see past its cracks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, hit like, subscribe, and tell me what you thought of Tales of Old Dominus in the comments below.